So this meme hits every RDR2 player right in the denial gland. On the left, you've got Arthur giving that quiet, lip-trembling look, like someone just asked him a personal question he wasn't prepared for, such as, "Hey, why are you doing your 58th Stranger mission instead of finishing the story?" And then the line that every player has muttered in real life, "I'm afraid." Because we all know exactly what he's afraid of. And it's not Micah, it's not the Pinkertons, it's not even tuberculosis, it's the credits. The second you push the main story forward, the countdown begins. The world gets a little dimmer, the music gets a little sadder, and suddenly every sunset feels like you're watching Arthur's last good day. So players do what any emotionally fragile outlaw would do, everything except the main quest. And the right half of the meme, man, it's basically the famous "do it for him" board from The Simpsons, but plastered with Arthur Morgan pics, Arthur fishing, Arthur brooding, Arthur looking like he hasn't slept in 19 years. It's the shrine of a player who refuses to let their cowboy go gently into that good night. A procrastination altar, a digital vigil, because if you don't finish the story, he doesn't die, right? Stalling, sidetracking, and straight up sobbing. Anything to keep our cowboy breathing. Alright. This meme is basically every RDR2 player's brain chemistry in 2 frames. Top image. Arthur squinting like a responsible adult who understands the Deadeye system was designed to take down multiple enemies with precision, efficiency, and that classy cowboy calm. You know, the "I'm a professional outlaw, ma'am" vibe. Then the bottom frame hits, and suddenly Arthur's grinning like a kid who just discovered bubble wrap and a Roman candle at the same time. Because yeah, sure, Deadeye can be used to handle 3 or 4 incoming O'Driscolls, but is that why we actually use it? No, absolutely not. We use it to turn one poor dude into a human constellation. Rockstar gave us a genius mechanic, and we all collectively said, "Cool, but what if I made this guy into salsa?" And the best part? The game never judges you. The animations actually make it look cool. You're rewarded for unhinged overkill. It's catharsis in sepia tone, precision, pettiness, and pure overkill, Deadeye's true calling. This meme is basically the RDR2 morality chart in 2 pictures. It exposes every single one of us. On the left, top frame, you've got that Willem Dafoe grin, the exact expression players wear after mowing down what's basically a medium-sized militia. You can wipe out 678 gang members, 42 Pinkertons, and maybe an entire O'Driscoll family reunion, and feel absolutely nothing. Not a twitch, not a blink. Just another Tuesday on the prairie. But then, you accidentally nudged a dog with your horse at 0.2 miles per hour. Didn't even hurt it. The dog yelps once, and suddenly you're questioning your entire life. You put the controller down. You consider retirement. I'm so sorry. Into the void like Arthur's ghost is judging you. The game gives you a frontier full of chaos, violence, bandits, lawmen, and unhinged wildlife. But if there's a dog, everything stops. Rockstar created a game where you can rob trains, hijack stagecoaches, skin bears, and dismantle entire gangs. But hurting a dog? That's the real unforgivable sin. Doesn't matter if it was an accident or a glitch that launched you both into orbit, you'll still feel. This meme captures the exact emotional crime every RDR2 player commits. Stable side favoritism. The image shows a horse staring mournfully out a window like it's been listening to sad cowboy ballads all afternoon. And the caption? Brutal honesty. My other horses seeing me come into the stable just to put a new blanket on my main horse and leave. That's emotional damage right there. RDR2 gives you the ability to own multiple horses, but you always end up with one soulmate. One horse you trust with your life. One horse you name something sincere like Faith, Bo, or Biscuit. And then the rest? They're basically glorified Pokemon you never use. They sit in the stable like, "Hey boss, remember when you said I was a real fine horse?" Yeah, that was 27 in-game days ago. Rockstar actually designed horse bonding so it feels real. They nicker when they see you, they calm down when you talk to them, and they buck up when danger hits. Meanwhile, the forgotten backup horses are trapped in the stable like rejected contestants on a reality show, watching you come in, ignore them, put a premium blanket on your number 1 boy, and walk right back out. Players always say, no, I love all my horses." Favoritism, fashion, and forgotten fillies, stable drama at its finest. This meme takes the Eternal Drake format and turns it into a showdown between 2 gaming icons who say the same word but somehow send completely different emotional frequencies into your skull. Kratos' boy versus Arthur Morgan's boy. Drake rejecting Kratos. And yeah, we all know why. When Kratos says boy, it's never casual. It's not friendly. Boy. It's not even human sounding half the time. It feels like the verbal equivalent of of someone chopping a tree in half with their bare hands. It's that deep, gravelly, "you have disappointed an ancient god" tone that hits you right in the childhood trauma. In God of War, boy isn't a nickname, it's a warning label. Then we slide down to the bottom panel, and suddenly Drake is vibing, because when Arthur Morgan says, "Boy,"
"You alright, boy?"
total opposite effect. Arthur's "boy" is peak cowboy affection. It's warm, tender, worn in like an old saddle. He says it to calm a skittish horse, to steady a moment, to show love without getting mushy. Every time he pats his horse's neck and says, "Easy boy, good boy," the serotonin levels spike. It's therapeutic. It rewires your brain. Meanwhile, Kratos's "boy" just rewires your spine. Two tones, two heroes, one tiny word, fearful, friendly, unforgettable. This one is pure chaos because it takes Dutch, master of speeches, breaker of spirits, professional, just one more score enthusiast, and drops him straight into the modern world of GoFundMe. And honestly, it fits way too well. The meme shows Dutch staring with that classic "trust me son" intensity, now repurposed under a crowdfunding header with the caption, "I have a plan, I just need money." Of course he does. He always does. In RDR2, Dutch's plans have the same structure every time. Step 1, believe in Dutch. Step 2, rob something extremely dangerous. Step 3, chaos. Step 4, Tahiti? Step 5, somehow this is Arthur's fault. This meme basically imagines Dutch doing what every doomed entrepreneur eventually does, creating a GoFundMe page. He would have written the world's most dramatic pitch, too. "We're gonna get a little place, grow mangoes, real fresh start, but first, donate $50 so we can buy rifles and dynamite." And the worst part? People would donate because Dutch is charismatic, manipulative, weirdly inspiring. He could convince a rock to believe in the future. The fundraiser total, $1,295 raised in 11 months, is hilariously accurate. People want to believe in Dutch, they just don't want to believe that much. Dreams, drama, and Dutch's eternal delusion, always one plan away. This meme hits every RDR2 player right in that sacred cowboy pressure point. The moment when you're trying, genuinely trying, to be a law-abiding member of society for once, and some O'Driscoll opens his mouth. The text sets the scene perfectly. When you're about to walk away as you don't want a bounty, but the damn O'Driscoll calls you a coward. And the image? Marty McFly from Back to the Future 3, freezing mid-step with that offended, "who the hell you talking to?" face. Because yeah, call Arthur anything you want. Thief? Sure. Outlaw? Fair enough. Murder machine? Accurate. But coward? No. Absolutely not. That word flips the internal, ye old rage mode switch. Suddenly your peaceful stroll through town becomes a full cinematic showdown because these green bandana idiots couldn't keep their insults indoors. In the game, you'll be minding your business, maybe shopping for a new hat or brushing your horse, and a random O'Driscoll will slither out of an alley like, "Look at this coward." And that's it. Your self-control evaporates. The screen might as well flash, "Mission failed. You started it." You know a bounty is coming. You know the sheriff is 3 feet away. You know this is financially irresponsible. But the disrespect? Unforgivable. The funniest part is how universal this reaction is among players. Everyone tries to be honorable until provoked. RDR2 basically becomes a psychological study. Humans will avoid conflict until mildly insulted by a fictional Irish gang member from 1899. Provoked pride, pointless paydays, and pure O'Driscoll stupidity. This meme perfectly captures one of the biggest collective betrayals in gaming history, Dutch going absolutely blind, deaf, and emotionally bankrupt whenever Micah opens his mouth. The top panel shows Dutch as Michael Scott, basically saying, "I don't care if Micah murdered his entire family." And the bottom panel, the soul-crushing follow-up, "He is like a son to me." If that line doesn't make every RDR2 player's blood pressure spike, nothing will. Throughout the story, Arthur is basically the gang's moral compass, therapist, and unpaid social worker. He's loyal, he's competent, he actually cares about the people in camp. Meanwhile, Micah rolls in like a rabid raccoon wearing a gun belt, starting fights, stirring paranoia, whispering poison into Dutch's ear, and somehow getting promoted for it. It's like watching your boss ignore the hardworking employee in favor of the loudest guy who keeps accidentally lighting the break room on fire. This meme nails the dynamic. Dutch doesn't just tolerate Micah, he defends him, even as the rest of the gang side-eyes him like he smells of treason and rotten beans. And players? We see the red flags from the moment Micah smirks his way into the story. His energy screams, "unpaid arsonist intern," yet Dutch keeps patting him on the head like he's the prodigal son. It's maddening. It's tragic. It's peak dysfunctional family drama, Western edition. By the end, it's clear Dutch's loyalty isn't loyalty at all. It's desperation wrapped in denial, delivered in his trademark dramatic baritone, blind faith, bad choices, and one very rotten right-hand man. This meme is the classic distracted boyfriend format, but supercharged with gamer truth. On the left, the woman in the red dress has been replaced with the Red Dead Redemption 2 cover, and the boyfriend, aka the player, is staring at her like she's the holy grail dipped in cowboy sauce. Meanwhile, the girlfriend being ignored? She's made up of a whole collage of other huge game releases: Spider-Man, Hitman 2, Fallout 76, Forza Horizon 4, Black Ops 4, Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Basically the entire gaming buffet, and the player couldn't care less. And honestly, it's painfully accurate. When RDR2 dropped, it wasn't just a game launch. It was an event, a cultural shutdown, a digital migration. Studios released their games beside RDR2, like movies trying to premiere the same weekend as Avengers Endgame. Bold, but doomed. Rockstar built a world so enormous and alive that players didn't just play it, they moved into it. The physics alone had more personality than some AAA protagonists. The characters felt real enough that people were emotionally compromised for weeks. And the story? It grabbed everyone by the throat and whispered, "You're not going anywhere until this is done." So yeah, other games came out, big ones, blockbusters, but RDR2 had gravity. Everything else felt like background noise while players were out there brushing horses, arguing with O'Driscolls, and crying on mountaintops. This meme isn't exaggeration, it's a documentary. Bigger worlds, better stories, and one cowboy to steal them all. This meme is pure RDR2 player instinct, captured in 4 frames of Arthur doing the slowest, coldest window roll-up in Frontier history. The caption sets the whole vibe. When a damsel in distress asks for a ride home, but you have a legendary pelt in the back, and immediately, every player feels that guilt and ignores it anyway. Arthur Morgan will help almost anyone. He'll chase down thieves, rescue kidnapped townsfolk, return lost horses, save stranded travelers, and personally escort half the NPC population across the map. But the one thing he will not risk: a legendary pelt. Not after hunting that animal for an hour. Not after tracking it through a swamp like a sweaty cryptid. Not after getting mauled twice because it charged unexpectedly. Nope, that pelt is sacred cargo. So when a random stranger waves from the roadside like, "Mister, please, I need a ride," you can practically hear Arthur's internal calculator kicking in. Risk pelt? No. Risk guilt? Manageable. Risk hearing the trapper say, "Come back with something useful next time?" Absolutely not. The best part is how players justify it. "Sorry ma'am, I'd help, but this ghostly 3-star panther hide is basically the Mona Lisa wearing a fur coat. The legendary pelt turns your horse into a FedEx truck carrying priceless art. You're not letting anyone hop in the back and compromise the merchandise." So Arthur does the polite thing. Slow eye contact, minimal regret, roll window up, ride off. Rare hides, rushed choices, and ruthless cowboy priorities.